Hi everyone and welcome. My name is Shannon from thedailydIYer.com. I am so glad you're joining me today. All of the projects that you're gonna see today are super easy, totally budget friendly, and are gonna add that perfect snowy touch for a cozy holiday feel. If you've ever wondered how to get that perfect frosty and winter wonderland look in your home, you've come to the right place. So let's dive right in and see what a little spray snow can do. I love that you can find spray snow at Dollar Tree because it is gonna up your Christmas and wintertime decor game. We're gonna grab a couple mason jars from Dollar Tree while we're there. I also love that they have the two sizes, the pint size and the quart size now, and both are only $1.25 each, so really good deal. We're gonna take the stickers off the bottom, and you might wanna do this outside, but if you don't have great weather, grab a box. You can do this indoors too. I'm just using that box to kind of contain some of the mess. As you can see, it's very snowy. It goes in a little bit kind of with a wet texture, but it does eventually dry. It's basically like flocking in a can. So now that we have the inside of our mason jar nice and coated, we're gonna go ahead and do the same thing with the bigger mason jar. Just make sure you take off the lid and the sticker off the bottom and coat the inside as much or as little as you like. So pretty and frosty and snowy, and it only takes just a couple minutes to get this effect. You can let it dry, or you can go ahead and add your candles right down in there. If you have the bigger mason jars, a pair of tweezers kind of helps so you don't get all that flocking on your hands. You can do the same thing to remove the candles to turn them off and on, or my suggestion is either get some candles that are on timers or have a remote control so you can turn them off and on without having to remove the candles. But look how beautiful this is, especially in the evening time. You get that beautiful glow of the candles and that frosty texture. So cute to add to a shelf, a vignette, or wherever you need that frosty touch. Isn't this the coolest stuff? I know, right? And I am so glad the Dollar Tree is now carrying this. But I know you guys say you kind of have a hard time finding some of the items that I share from Dollar Tree because, you know, Dollar Trees aren't all created equal. But I will have some options that are similar linked down in the description box below for you. So check that out if you want to recreate any of these projects that I'm showing you today. And I still have so many great ideas. So let's go ahead and dive right back into the spray snow DIYs. I have wanted to do this project for years. I've really wanted to dress up the windows in the she shed and give them a frosty wintertime Christmassy look. So we're going to do that right now together. You can do this with a door, one of your windows, even a mirror in your home. This would be such a cute idea for. So you are going to need a white paint pen, or if you want to get colorful, use all the colors. I'll link the ones that I'm using down in the description box below. These are my absolute favorite new paint pens that I've come across. And then I hit Pinterest, found a little bit of an inspiration picture to kind of help guide me. And I also will suggest using either rulers, a yardstick, or I have this big ruler for fabric cutting that actually worked really well for these big windows. So I'm gonna make some pretty large cottages. And as you can see, I'm just using that paint pen and drawing some straight lines, kind of creating a rectangle effect and just adjusting the heights and the widths to give me different sizes of the buildings. Now it's time to get creative and have some fun, and that's where that inspiration photo came in handy for me. It just kind of gave me a little bit of different ideas of how to decorate the houses: polka dots, zigzags, scallops, some kind of curly lines, and even one of these lampposts that I thought was really, really cute. I had a little trouble the first time around, but no problem. Grab out a wet paper towel or a baby wipe, and the marker comes right off your window. Just use it like you would an eraser, erase it off, let it dry, and you can come back in and redraw your design. And I will say this is obviously removable, so no worries there. You'll be able to clean this off after the holidays and start new and maybe do a new design next year. So here is my first window done in my first set of cute little cottages and houses, little Christmas tree design and a lamp post. And now we're gonna move over to the other window and just have some more fun creating. This is kind of funny. My husband came out to check on me, saw the camera, saw me in the window, and I just wanted to make sure he knew I was totally enjoying this whole process. Here are my cute little cottages in the window, loving this, but we're not done yet because obviously this video is all about the spray snow, and that's what's really gonna make this look come together. We're gonna grab out the spray snow. I will say I used about 1.5 cans for this window, so keep that in mind. You may need a couple cans. And I thought I would also try some stencils. So I had these snowflake stencils, and I was kind of like it did okay. It wasn't great. My best tips are hold the spray snow kind of far away from the window and just very lightly spray it because the moisture in the spray snow kind of likes to drip down. So less is more and go light on it. So I just did a few of those because they weren't really turning out exactly the way I was hoping, but it did add a little cute little bit of snowflakes here and there. And then the rest of it, I used the spray snow to go around the edges and the bottom, so it looked like our little houses were sitting in the snow, and then also around into the corners, and just continued my way around. Once the edges and the corners were good to go, I did take my spray snow and kind of lightly dust the entire window. That kind of gave some extra little specks of snow and frost here and there, and then I added a little bit more to the roof lines to make them stand out more. Then, of course, we're going to light this window up so you can see the pretty design during the evening time. So I found these battery-powered lights on Amazon. I'll link them down below for you, but they also come with a remote and a timer. So basically, once I turn these on, they are on a 6-hour timer, so I don't even have to turn them on and off if I don't want to. And the remote is nice, so if I do want to turn them on while I'm outside, I can. So I love that option too. We're going to install them with these really teeny little 3M hooks. I love these, and I'll link them down below for you as well. You just want to make sure that your window frame is good and cleaned off from all that extra snow that got blown around before pressing them onto the frame of your window. And I just did maybe like 3 per side. I didn't go crazy. These are really light lights, so they don't need a whole lot to hold them up. So I did 1 round all the way around the window, and then I had some extra, so I just put that along the bottom of the window. But now I think I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna add some more to the middle row of the windows just to kind of light up the middle part a little bit more too, since I had some extra. But that was before I had that idea. So here's a close-up look of those lights in the clips, and then here's the on and off button, and then it's got all kinds of different modes. You can turn it on, or you can just leave it on steady all the time as an option too. So here's during the daytime, and then of course at nighttime, it's a little bit hard to see. It's kind of disappointing. I feel like it's anticlimactic a little bit because the camera just doesn't do it justice. It looks so much better in person. Here's kind of a close-up look at it, but it's super cute. It was so fun to do. You can put as little or as much time into this as you want. You can even let little ones kind of help here and there too. Now, if you don't want to do a window in your home, we can do a smaller version of this, grabbing a picture frame from Dollar Tree. This one is an 8x10 size. We're going to flip it over to the back side, remove the backing, but we're going to keep the glass and that mat. So we're going to flip these around. We're going to put the mat as the front layer and then the glass as the back layer and push all those pins down so this all stays together. And now we're going to use those same white paint pins for this. We're going to flip it over to the back side and use the frame or the mat of this picture frame as kind of like the bottom, which kind of gives us a little nice spot to run our lines down into, so you don't have to be so precise with those. And then a ruler helps to get straight edges and even squares and rectangles for the houses. Then, of course, just like your window, you are going to use that paint pen and create all your fun little designs and details on the houses. Next, we need to remove the glass from the frame because now it is time to grab out our spray snow and give it a good coating. So just lightly dust it all and then come back in and go over the edges and the corners, especially the bottom, so it looks like our houses are sitting in snow. You'll let this dry and then you can go ahead and add it right back into your frame. So this makes for really pretty artwork for your shelves, or you can add a couple candles behind it and light it up from behind too. And now I have to stop and ask you kind of a personal question. I hope you don't mind me asking, but which one do you prefer? Wintertime or summertime? I know, for some of you it might be a hard question, some of you just already know. But you let me know down in the comments below. I'm gonna be totally honest, I'm a summer girl, but I don't mind a little bit of wintertime decor during the holidays. But you let me know, winter or summer, down in the comments below. Next, we're gonna frost some of these pine cones. A lot of times you can find these at Dollar Tree, but they didn't have them out at mine yet. So I grabbed some from Walmart, which is still super affordable. And I absolutely love these because they have that cinnamon scent to them. So cozy for the holidays. So not only are these gonna be cute, but they're gonna add a pretty smell to your room as well. So we're gonna grab out our spray snow, just set these in our box and give them a light misting. You'll wanna do them from the top down. So it kind of looks like the snow floats down and sits on the edges of your pine cones. Then you'll turn them around and do the other side as well. Let them dry completely and then you can use them to decorate with. So what I did with mine is I had this cute little wood tray, which I'm pretty sure was from the Target dollar spot at one point, so really affordable. Added some greenery in there, some fairy lights in there, and then sat the pine cones on top, and so pretty, right? And like I said, they smell amazing too. So it is pretty crazy to be in the middle of November and us still have these beautiful flowers still blooming in my flower bed, so it's a little deceiving. But let me draw your attention to the pile of branches in front of the flower bed. This pine tree, which I think is actually a juniper tree, behind the she shed, it overgrows every year and my husband has to cut some of the branches off. And so this year I said, don't get rid of them. I want to use some of them for decor. So that's what we're gonna do here. So the first thing I did is found a good sized branch, brought it outside, of course, kept it outside, and I'm gonna use my spray snow to give it some flocking. So I didn't want to overdo this. I did a really light coating, let it dry, and then we're going to take it inside. I have this really pretty bowl from Target, I believe, in our living room on the coffee table. I'm going to add the branches to that along with some of these lighted branches, which I got off Amazon, and I'll link down below for you. They are so, so pretty. Just as easy as popping this into the bowl and arranging those lighted branches around it. How gorgeous is this? And look how beautiful little Honey is sitting back there taking a nap. I swear, she's just like a Christmas card. But I absolutely love the smell of live Christmas trees, but because we have to put up the Christmas tree so early so you guys have content all season long, I can't get a live tree. So this is kind of the next best thing. And oh my goodness, it just smells amazing in our living room now. And hit that thumbs up button for my cute little model Honey back there. She's just the sweetest thing. And I could not let this big pile of branches go to waste. I thought, you know what, I've always wanted a live wreath too, and Dollar Tree has wire wreath form. So we're gonna pair the two together with some zip ties and make our own live wreath. It's amazing. It smells amazing. It looks super cute. I love the natural look of it. So I just cut a bunch of branches off that were kind of curved and were full, and then piled them up, took them over to my coffee table outside on the patio, and then started arranging them, kind of figuring out what layout that I wanted. So of course you want them all kind of going the same way if you can, but this is a natural wreath, so it can kind of be a little wonky too, and it still looks nice. So we're just going to start with the first one and zip tie it onto the wreath form and work our way around, building it up and adding those zip ties to secure everything into place. And here is the finished wreath, perfectly imperfect and smells amazing. So what we're gonna do is add some fairy lights to this. I did get these off of Amazon, so I'll link them down below for you. I like these better because they have the small little batteries on them, so you can tuck them in and hide them a little better. And I love to add fairy lights to everything to make my home feel cozy for the holidays. So I tucked all that in there. And of course you can leave it as is, or we can bring out that spray snow and give this a flocked look. So very lightly, I just sprayed that spray snow onto the wreath. And as I was going, I was like, you know what? I know which side I want for the top. So I'm gonna make it mist down, kind of like the snow is falling onto it instead of like trying to get it in every nook and cranny, and just give it a light little dusting. Then once it dries, which doesn't take very long at all, you can go ahead and hang up your wreath and embellish it further if you'd like. I decided to add some red velvet ribbon to give it some color, give it some more texture, make it look more Christmassy. You could put bells on there, you could put Christmas ornaments in there. So take this idea and run with it, and now I finally get to enjoy a live wreath, something that I have always wanted, and who knew it was always in my backyard all this time. Thank you all so much for watching to the very end of this video. It actually helps out my channel more than you will ever know. So does hitting that thumbs up button. So if you haven't yet, please do that. Subscribe if you are brand new so you can come back as I post new DIY ideas here every single week. I'll also have some more Christmas videos popping up on your screen. Pick which one is your favorite. Go ahead, click on over, and I will see you there for more Christmas DIYs and budget-friendly ideas.